Over centuries, Africa has evolved through various forms of governance. Nearly 20 years ago, I met my very first African leader. He was Samuel Nujoma, the founding president of the Republic of Namibia. Almost exactly 10 years after I met President Nujoma, I met with Joachim Chissano, second president of the Republic of Mozambique. Chissano told me that if I really wanted my students to understand democracy in Africa, I should bring them to Mozambique while elections were taking place the following year. So in 2009, I began doing precisely that, starting with national elections in Mozambique and continuing in several African countries over nearly a decade. My students saw this and expressed it best.
We debate about government involvement and healthcare and how we don't want our government to do this, we don't want our government to do that. In Botswana, we saw that the ARVs for people infected with HIV were provided for free because the state felt that it was its duty and responsibility to take upon such matters. So maybe we have it backwards.
I was able to get a lot of hope from being in Ghana. That's the main thing I took with me. Ghanaians, they didn't feel like, oh, if my candidate doesn't win, I'm going to have a huge hissy fit. They were just like, you know, I want so-and-so to win, but if he doesn't win, it's okay.
My real interest was to find out what Africans themselves, particularly the leaders, thought about how things were changing in African governance.
If corruption is a threat to democratization in Africa, then I would say it's equally a threat to Western civilization or the emerging BRIC nations, including China. Corruption is decaying, and decay threatens all lives.
Sometimes people forget when they try to compare Liberia to Ghana or to some of the other West African countries, they forget this whole period of destruction where we have to overcome. The idea is to make sure we learn from those lessons of experience.
Are they optimistic for the future of democracy on the continent?
There is no joy than the joy of building peace with sisters. No one has experienced this joy until you form a movement like this one. It's sincere, it's genuine, there is no fakeness in it. It's all about Liberia.
In the end, democracy on the continent is struggling, but slowly improving against many obstacles. Leaders are hopeful, but realistic.